My name is Lena Carter, and I'm 29 years old. I live a quiet but successful life, working from home in my cozy apartment. Most people wouldn't believe it, but I make $100,000 a month without ever stepping into an office. No flashy designer clothes, no luxury cars, I just enjoy living life on my own terms. My sister, Sophia, is the opposite. At 31, she's obsessed with appearances, drowning in designer labels and luxury vacations. If something isn't expensive, she doesn't want it. She's always dismissed me as boring and cheap just because I don't flaunt my wealth. I usually ignore her, but then I overheard her on the phone with our cousin Jessica, laughing. Lena? Oh, she's not coming, Sophia scoffed. She's way too cheap for this trip. She'd probably book a budget hotel while we're in a five-star resort. I felt my face heat up. Cheap? She had no idea. I could have called her out right then, but where's the fun in that? No, I had a better idea. That night, I sat in my apartment, sipping tea, scrolling through luxury travel sites. If she wanted to see what I could afford, I'd show her, but I wasn't just going to the Bahamas, I was going bigger. Private villa, personal chef, spa treatments, VIP experiences, and unlike her, I wouldn't need to split the bill with friends. A few days later, Sophia and her crew left for their vacation, filling our family group chat with airport selfies. Vacation mode on, Sophia posted, posing with her designer luggage. I said nothing. That same afternoon, I arrived at a private airport lounge. A flight attendant greeted me with a warm smile. Miss Carter, your jet is ready for takeoff. I stepped onto the sleek private jet, sank into the plush leather seat, and accepted a glass of chilled champagne. Then, casually, I snapped a photo, gold-rimmed glass, elegant jet interior, the runway stretching outside, no caption, just a quiet flex. Minutes later, my phone started buzzing. Sophia, wait, what? Where are you going? I smirked and turned my phone to airplane mode, let her wonder. When I landed in the Bahamas, a private driver whisked me away to an oceanfront villa that made five-star resorts look like motels, white marble floors, an infinity pool overlooking the horizon, floor-to-ceiling windows framing a perfect sunset. A chef had already prepared a spread of fresh seafood and tropical fruit. Kicking off my shoes, I stepped onto the balcony, letting the warm breeze wash over me. This was luxury, no need to brag, just live it. I turned my phone back on. The messages flooded in. Sophia, Lena, seriously, where are you? Jessica, OMG, did you fly private? Mom, sweetie, your sister says you're on a trip? I smiled, watching the waves roll in. Instead of replying, I poured another glass of champagne and enjoyed the view. I snapped a simple photo, my infinity pool stretching toward the endless ocean, a coconut drink in my hand. No words. No location tag. Just an image. Less than a minute later, my phone rang. Sophia. I let it ring. She called again. I waited, letting her stew in her curiosity. On the third call, I finally picked up. Hey, what's up? I said, my voice as casual as if she'd caught me at home, curled up with a book. Lena, she said, a little breathless. Where are you? There was something beneath her usual sharpness. Shock. Maybe even jealousy. Oh, just on a little getaway, I said lightly, swirling the ice in my drink. Needed a break. Silence. Then, you flew private? I took a slow sip, letting the pause stretch. Letting her feel it. Yeah, I finally said. Figured I'd treat myself. Another silence, just a second too long. Then she let out a laugh, forced, brittle. Wow. Wow. I mean, that's crazy. I just didn't think you were the type to spend like that. I smiled to myself. Well, I don't usually feel the need to impress anyone. That one hit. I could tell by the way she didn't respond right away. She was recalculating, trying to fit this new version of me into the story she'd always told herself. Finally, she spoke again, her voice a shade too casual. Well, maybe we can meet up. We're at the Blue Sands Resort, you should come by. And there it was. The moment she realized I wasn't just cheap. The moment she realized I could play this game better than she ever could. I almost laughed. Now that she knew I wasn't just scraping by, suddenly she wanted to see me. I said, drawing it out like I had to think about it. I don't know if I'll have time. I have a yacht day planned tomorrow, then a private island trip after that, but maybe, if I'm free. The silence on the other end was delicious. Finally, another laugh, short, tight. Oh, wow. A yacht and a private island? That's unexpected. I let the corner of my mouth twitch upward. Yeah. Thought I'd splurge a little. She was dying to understand. So she pivoted, her voice light but probing. Who are you on this trip with? I knew exactly what she was thinking. If I had been invited by someone rich, it would make sense. If a boyfriend had taken me, it would explain everything. But the idea that I had done this alone? That was something she couldn't wrap her head around. Just me, I said simply. Silence. Then, incredulously. Wait, so you're paying for all of this yourself? Yep. Another sip. Another pause. How? I shrugged, even though she couldn't see me. I work. She let out a scoff, but it wasn't as confident as before. Lena, come on. You do some little online thing, right? How could that possibly pay for a private jet and a luxury villa? I finally let myself laugh, just a soft, amused chuckle. Sophia, I said, tilting my head back against the lounge chair. Do you have any idea how much I make? Silence. For the first time in her life, my sister was at a loss for words. I could picture her sitting there, blinking, her mind scrambling to fill in the gaps. She had never asked. She had just assumed. When she finally spoke, her voice was quieter. I mean, I figured you were doing okay, but... I watched the horizon, the sun dipping lower, setting the sky on fire. I make around 100 grand a month. The silence this time was deafening. Then, finally, a choked laugh. No, you don't. I do. That's not, she stopped. I could almost hear her piecing it together. You're serious? Yeah. For the first time ever, Sophia was speechless. And I let her sit in it. All these years, she had called me cheap. Thought I wasn't worth including. Laughed at the idea of me in her world. And now, she knew. When she finally spoke again, her voice had changed. The sharp edge was gone, replaced with something more careful. Well, that's amazing, Lena. Really? A pause. I guess I just never knew you were doing that well. I smiled to myself. Yeah, I said. I figured. Another beat of silence. Then, a little too eagerly. So, about meeting up. Maybe we could do dinner? I'd love to catch up. I took another sip of my drink, letting her wait. Then, with a lazy smile, I said. Maybe, if I'm free. And I hung up. I almost laughed. A week ago, she hadn't even bothered to invite me. Now, she was begging for dinner. I glanced at my schedule, the one I had planned just for myself. Sunset yacht cruise. Private chef experience. Exclusive event at a VIP beach club. I didn't need to see her, I didn't need her validation. But I wasn't done having fun yet. I let out a thoughtful hum. I'll think about it, but I'm really busy. I could almost hear the frustration simmering in her voice, even though she tried to hide it. Oh, right, well, if you're free, let me know. I will. I didn't. For the next 2 days, I fully immersed myself in the luxury I had earned. Every morning, I woke to the sound of waves gently lapping against the shore. My personal chef prepared exquisite breakfasts, fruit fresh enough to taste like it came from paradise, eggs perfectly scrambled, and steaming cups of rich coffee. The yacht day was everything I'd imagined: sunshine, calm waters, and the freedom to simply be. As I lay on the deck, soaking in the sun, I thought about how different this was from the vacations Sophia always posted about. She used every picture to show off designer clothes, luxurious resorts, and constant reminders of her expensive tastes. But I wasn't doing this to impress anyone. I was doing this for me. Still, I couldn't help but enjoy the thought of Sophia losing her mind over my choices. She had texted me several times. Sophia, hey, did you decide about dinner? Sophia, we're going to this really exclusive rooftop restaurant tonight. You should come. Sophia, Lena? I ignored them. That night, instead of meeting her, I had a 5-course dinner under the stars at my private villa. Each course was prepared just for me by a world-class chef. I wasn't about to drop everything just because she'd finally decided I was worth her time. The next morning, however, I made a small decision. I posted a new Instagram story, a video of the sunrise over the ocean, followed by a shot of my private infinity pool, the water glistening in the early light. No words, no tags. Just an image. Less than 5 minutes later, my phone buzzed. Sophia. I let it ring twice before answering. Hey, Lena, she said, her voice a little too breathless, like she had been waiting by the phone. Are you still in the Bahamas? Yep, I said, stretching lazily as I sank into my sun lounger. She hesitated. Oh. We leave tomorrow, so I was hoping we could at least get together before then. I almost felt bad for her. Almost. Instead of responding immediately, I let the silence stretch out, drawing it out just to make her squirm. You know, it's funny, I said, letting my voice trail off. A week ago, you didn't even think I was worth inviting on this trip. There was a pause. Oh, come on, Lena, that wasn't, she started, but I interrupted. It was exactly what you said, I said calmly. I heard you on the phone, you called me cheap, you laughed about it. She was quiet. I wasn't angry anymore, I wasn't even hurt. I just wanted her to sit with it. Finally, she sighed. Okay, I messed up, I shouldn't have said that. I didn't let her off the hook. She exhaled sharply, and I shouldn't have left you out. That was the apology I'd been waiting for. Not because I needed it, I didn't. But because she needed to say it. Thanks, I said simply. There was another beat of silence, then she spoke again, this time with a careful tone. So, dinner tonight? I smiled, shaking my head even though she couldn't see me. No, I've got plans. Oh, her disappointment was palpable. I let that sink in, enjoying the silence between us. Then, before she could respond, I added, but maybe next time, if you invite me from the start. I didn't need to say more, she got the message loud and clear. This time, I was the one who hung up first. The rest of my trip was perfect. I spent my last day on a private island, sipping a tropical drink as my toes sank into the warm sand. No drama, no stress, just peace. I could feel Sophia's discomfort from miles away. She had apologized, but I knew she wasn't used to being the one chasing after someone. She had always been the one calling the shots, the one who decided who was in and who wasn't. Now, the power had shifted. That evening, as I watched the sunset from my villa, my phone buzzed again. Sophia, just wanted to say, safe travels tomorrow, maybe we can talk when we're both back home. I smiled to myself. She wasn't pushing this time. She had realized something. I didn't need her approval. The next morning, a sleek black car arrived to take me to the airport. As I stepped onto my private jet, I felt lighter than I ever had. I hadn't come to the Bahamas to prove anything. But somehow, I had made my point. A few hours later, mid-flight, I checked Instagram. Sophia had posted a picture of her group at the airport, tired, frazzled, and looking completely out of their element. The caption? Ugh, flight delayed, can't wait to be home. I chuckled to myself. Commercial flights, delays, crowds. All things I had avoided completely. For the first time, I posted something direct. A photo of my empty private jet cabin, a warm cappuccino beside me. The caption? No delays here. I didn't tag her, I didn't need to. The second I landed, a message popped up. Sophia, okay, I give up, we need to talk. I smirked. This was going to be interesting. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more great stories. Don't forget to tap the notification bell, so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts in the comments, we love hearing from you. See you next time, and take care.